Yes, what to do? We are live from the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua, Adam, William Arbor with Jermaine J.C. Cummings as we get ready to bring you the reigning, defending, six-time ACAC champions, and acknowledge them, your CCA national champions, the men of Troy, the SAIT Trojans, as they welcome in the Briercrest Clippers. And I mentioned it last night in our intro, Jay. The Trojans have that target firmly on their back, and the Briercrest Clippers did not miss.
That they did not, Josh. When you're at the top of the mountain, you are going to get everyone's greatest shot every night. And last night was the perfect example of that. Briercrest came in, did what they needed to do to get the win, and an unbelievable job. Now, less than 24 hours later, right back at it again. Can they repeat that performance? Easy for me to say. I know.
Easy.
I'm going to say, Josh, I'm flustered. Unbelievable game.
It's an exciting game. And I mean, what else is hard to say is Briercrest down 24 points in their lineup.
Yeah, just like that. Aroma Bongaman, who had an unbelievable job all season long, atop the league in scoring, out for tonight. Huge job. Granted, when you're the SAIT Trojans, Josh, you want everyone's best shot, but you'll take them anywhere they can come. And if you're able to knock out the team with the highest leading scorer in the entire ACAC, whether he's there or not, it doesn't matter. You want to go in here and get the win. Let's see if they can make that happen here tonight.
It's a deep team, and we saw Symes, and we talked to the coach beforehand about how happy he was for that game yesterday. Just before COVID, he was one of the best shooters in the ACAC, had struggled the last little bit. Last night, maybe got his confidence back, and that's something to watch out for.
Yeah, sometimes you need that little kick in the tail, and he did that yesterday as he came out on a hot streak and unbelievable, lit the torch underneath the basket all game long. Let's see if that performance continues and if that's something he can stretch out, because like Josh said, he was on the path to become an elite performer here shooting-wise. Let's see if he gets back on that path here tonight.
For the SAIT Trojans, you know the names, Kowal, and all those guys. But the main player we're going to be watching for is the guy that's always the hot player, Marcus Masters, but had a little bit of an injury scare last night himself. He did practice. We'll see if Marcus is full force double M today. Yeah,
they're going to need it, Josh. They're going to need it because he is suited up. So if he's suited up, you know he's going to give that full effort. The Trojans are indeed going to need that effort here today because like we saw yesterday, you can't sleep on anybody, and the Clippers bring it every single time.
SAIT is deep. Keep an eye on Amon Skywalker. We saw him sky high in the bubble yesterday, ready to burst that thing. Trojans are ready to burst the bubble on the Clippers here, get back in their winning ways before the winter break. We got it coming all for you soon, right here on the ACAC Network.
What the hell was I on there?
Please remember that your admission to this ACAC event entitles you to enjoy collegiate sport in an educational setting. Please show your sportsmanship by positively encouraging the student athletes, respecting the decision of the coaches and officials, and being considerate of their spectators. Remember, good sports make good sport. Now to introduce today's starting lineups brought to you by EFW Radiology, proud to be the official imaging provider for the SAIT Trojans. For the visiting Briercrest Clippers, fourth-year guard number Francis Donnie. Fourth-year guard number 3, Riley Seaborn. Third-year guard number 5, Ellen Fourth-year forward number 8, Jude Shepard. We ask you now to regardless if you're able to, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
What it do? We are live from the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua Adamley, I'm over with Jermaine J.C. Cummings. As we talked at the intro, Jermaine, the Clippers looking for a back-to-back victory. You know, it's interesting on both sides of this. The women came in for the State Trojan side, got the upset on the women Clippers. Now we have the roles reversed here in the men's game as the Clippers are coming in to upset the men of Troy.
So one thing, Josh, a staple of SAIT Trojans pre-games is loud volume, high energy, bench amped, everyone ready to go. Didn't happen here today.
Nope.
Quiet, subdued, focused. You'd like to think that. Let's see if they can take that energy and put it all in the game where it needs to be after last night's debacle.
Yeah, we even talked to Coach Matt Daly, who's, like you said, very chatty, wants to have a conversation. Same with Pat Boland. They have a direct shot in their mind. They want to go into the winter break with a dub.
Standing on business here tonight. Let's see if it comes through.
They got at the top of that division. You've got Red Deer, who they have a loss to. There's a bucket that started us off right here by huge Shepherd Hills. They have a loss to Red Deer at the top, and then St. Mary's will be playing the Ambrose Lions today. And we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Like, we're getting everyone's best shot here for SAIT Trojans all the time. Let's see how you bounce back. Second chance opportunity for them.
Good job by Kowal getting us started. Impact, who wasn't in the starting lineup with the injuries, is now in there. Natty, player of the game yesterday. Gets back to Seaborn. Seaborn, a runner in the lane, can't get to go. Fight for the rebound down low. Cut in, up right there by Zach Martins.
One of the illustrious Martins family, Josh. We saw earlier in the day what the Martin family can do down low. Zach continuing that trend as he picks up his first basket of the game on the second chance.
So what Brooklyn can do, and now he's shown what he can do. Will Ton trying to get inside to Ton, and he has the mismatch and trying to take advantage of that, but a smothering of Clippers down there. Ton puts the shot off the glass.
Ball going to work. Down low. Adamley, that's good thing to see, Josh. I want to make sure he's going to down there and be in the physical paint in there. Good start.
Jumper, no good there by Shepherd Hills. Rebound by Genenbach. He pump fakes, doesn't like to pass it back down to Seaborn. Started by Matthews. Once again, Martins goes in, and Olawabi is going to pick up the foul.
Mismatch down low. Mouse in the house. Martin turns around, sees Olawabi behind him, puts the body into him, and forces the foul. And now we're going to see him at the line early in the game.
We saw with Martins yesterday too. They really used the post game a lot of inside-out game as well, and that's how they got a lot more threes. And that's something we didn't talk about in the pre-game, Jay, is they did a really fantastic job of showing what they could do for threes.
Yeah, inside out is the way to go. When you got somebody who's big and dominant inside, as Zach Martins tend to be, naturally he's going to draw on some double. He can flip the team sometimes. Someone's going to be wide open. It's all about him getting the ball out and making sure to find it.
Early lead right now for the Clippers.
Stagnant right now. As they say often, it's a good job out of Briercrest.
just on the line right there. Martins picks up the foul against Tom. His team's trading fouls early on.
He's out. He knows defensively what the Clippers are going to do, Josh. We saw it yesterday, and we've seen teams do it all year long. They're going to pack the paint. They're going to give you those three-point opportunities if you're the SAIT Trojans. It's all about a matter of fact if you're stepping up and knocking those down.
Double M goes up. Can't get it to go. Marcus will go to the line. Ankle looking okay on that drive right there. And a tough shooting day for Marcus Masters. They're also looking for him to bounce back. At one point, Jermaine, 1 of 11, had a really tough time finding the rim yesterday. And if we know Double M, he's going to bounce back.
How about 2 quick fouls there on Martins, Josh? He's going to take a seat early on in this one. We're going to get an early look here at Asher Alstead.
Yeah, Alstead had some good minutes yesterday. One also note on Marcus Masters. Joined the ACAC 1K club.
That he did, Josh. I think now he's officially, after the shot in this game, I think he's got 112 if my math is correct.
You are correct. There's a Hail Mary-like pass, but looking like Tim Boyle from the game in the Jets of Miami.
Nice. Cool.
There's Marcus Masters now. Trying to drop it time right there to Tom.
Penetration going to be the name of the game here, Josh. We already know Briercrest is going to give you that 3-point shot, and SAIT Trojans not shooting the best right now, so going to see if he can work the game inside and slowly start to spread that thing out.
6-5. Briercrest staying tight right now with this Trojan squad. Trying to get inside, and he does. Finds Kowal. Well, Shepherd Hills on him. Fadeaway Jay's got one of these to go. There's another one.
That's his move, Josh. Drop that shoulder, lose the beat, and spin over to the left, and they're going to see all arm up there. He's going to be going the other way. But you need to go back to Paul. If he can just operate in his office set for about 10 to 15, he's good. Your Briercrest got to make it tough on him. Too easy.
I was talking to you about this pre-game, Jay. They use Kowal a lot, sometimes in the guard position. Today, cutting back to the wing and in the post. A little bit of a change of what we see from Kowal the last few games. Let's come out. He has range. That's a trade, baby.
Get everyone involved and knock down his own shooter. That's a good job there by Paul with the defense in his face.
The ball just go down right there for Alstead. Masters off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound by Shepherd Hills. Passed ahead to little Euro, but can't get the go as Casey Allen gets the rebound. Matthews leading up in transition for the Trojans. Alley, almost post-eration here at the Jack. Clippers keep it out of the double team. Dangerous cross-court pass, but able to make it work. And then a drop of a dime there by Seaborn trying to find Alstead. He can't get it. Kowal spins off, finds some room, finds Allen.
Facilitator, Josh. Kowal, we talked about it before. He's been able to take his game to the next level. Not only get himself the ball, hits a teammate in transition this season too. Had an assist to his team.
There's another cross-court pass. The first one worked for them. This one doesn't work. Briercrest having a sub coming in, and now Owen Shepherd Hills goes into the game.
But a great start here for SAIT Trojans. They jumped out with the early 13-5 lead. Right now, it's very important. If you're the SAIT Trojans now, from this point on, is when you really want to turn it on and put this thing out of reach early on. Set a stage.
Rowan Symes into the game too. We talked about him in the pregame. But how about this man? No in downtown.
That's our focus, Josh. We talked about it. Laser locked in before the game. And right now it's turned into a very early lead. 11 points early on in this one.
Passed out to Owen. Back to Jude. Jude from his other Shepherd Hills on this team. Tried to get the double Shepherd Hills connection. Can't get it to go. Arm right there from Tutu Akal.
Oh man, Cole going coast to coast, picking up his head down. Basket. How about it? Big long strides, and now he's got a chance for two. After this
Point lead for the men of Troy, Jay, and we talked about it. You talked about it specifically. A much different warm-up technique. Coaches didn't really want to talk to the press beforehand. They were ready to go to war, and this is a much different SAIT Trojan team we saw in the bubble yesterday.
And it is, Josh. Josh, and it should be. We talked about it. Laser focused, locked in, everyone ready to come and play. Early on in this one, I've seen unbelievable play here, passing the ball around, forcing nothing, making sure to get everyone involved, attacking, knowing when to ease off as well. They're up to everything right now for the Trojans.
18-15, and I think a big reason too right now, Marcus Masters, that ankle looks okay to me.
I think he's all right. I think he's all right, Josh. Things look good for him early on.
And, I was going to ask you, is the impact of Novogamy playing a factor, you think, for the Clippers?
I would think so. I would think so, Josh. Definitely. Anytime you lose the leading scorer in the ACAC, someone's going to have to carry that load right now. It's going to be up to us to kind of make that up.
Well, it's also sometimes not just the scoring, it's the attention that opens up other players on the squad. So not having him on the floor, other players have to step up, but also keeps attention away from him as far as defenders go.
It does. But nonetheless, if you're a Briercrest Clipper, you can't look at losing, granted, the most important offensive player as any kind of blight. Right now, you got to step into it here and climb back into this game.
Like 14, see the timeout. Ginnenbach gets it. Allstat up under, can't get the go. Who wants the rebound? It's the Trojans, led by Marcus Masters. Gets it ahead to Amon.
Drop that thing off for 2 and 2 clean it up. How about the assist for Amon Walker, Josh? Get the guys going.
21-5. SAIT is not playing around.
No. They can't ease up at any point. Guaranteed. Keep accelerating flow.
Symes can't get the free to go. Rebound by out. Masters. He had a pass back out to McCasey, and now Koala ends up with it as they reset the offense. In the half court. Clock winding down. Call, who's been on fire lately, drops a dime, finds him on, and Walker can't get it to go, and he'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Right, one time down the floor, you've got Walker facilitating to Cole. Cole tries to return the favor right back, and he finds Amon Walker at the line. These two up in the front court seem to have some good synergy going on in the game, but not.
SAIT's final game of the year, and kind of like the women, if they do win this game, they will be big Ambrose Lions fans tonight. Is the other game here in Calgary, there's a bank shot, is the Ambrose Lions versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's, with one loss to their name, Trojans become big Ambrose Lions fans, hoping that Ambrose can pull the big upset here going to the break.
Yeah, ought to be interesting to watch right after this one, Josh. Them getting started over there in beautiful southwest Calgary over there at the Wednesday. Should be interesting here tonight.
First big game here against the Clippers. The Clippers are going to mount a comeback, but not after swats like that potentially. It's Bill Todd getting a big time denial down low. Fancy dribbling, goes up in the lane, can't get it to go down though. McCall goes up in the corner, finds Ton. Misses the tray. Down by Walker. Hustle hard.
Only the SAIT Trojans, Josh, are going to give you a guy who attacks the rim at 6'1" and is able to clean that glass like he's 6'6". Indeed, Amon Walker getting his third offensive rebound of the game already. Unbelievable.
Around. They need that three. They're not going to get it. Front side iron. Jaden Matthews goes in by himself in the lane. Doesn't get the bounce. How's it go by Casey Allen? Bringing in the rebound. Trojans are resetting in the half court. 10 on the shot clock. Todd hands it off to Amon. Walker trying to cook. Trying to find some room. Goes for a fadeaway. Just throws it up. Walker!
Good. When you're lucky, Josh, you're good anyways. Right through that. Amon Walker up against the shot clock. No matter. Buries down the fadeaway jam.
Seaborn passes the crosscourt to Owen Shepherd Hills. He loses it. Walker gets the hands in the cookie jar, steals it away. He gets picked off behind by Riley Seaborn. And substitutions coming in for Briercrest. The Trojans right now lead in this one by 21.
Yeah, they come out here on another level, Josh, holding the Briercrest Clippers to only 5 points through 6.5 minutes here in this first quarter. We love what you're seeing. This is a heck of a bounce back thus far after yesterday's loss.
Sure is. Here's Ton. A little bit of a dream shake and by Will Ton.
Nice nightmare finish for the Briercrest Clippers as Will Tong finally getting going, Josh. That's one guy so important to the state offense to make sure they're able to get involved early on. Will Tong getting into the scorer's ledger with a three-point opportunity.
And he's been doing stuff on the other side of the court, too. Gets rewarded now on the offensive side. Cannot get the three-point play. Trojans lead now at MJ 23. Nani in the corner finds Seaborn. He had the club high, goes to the mid-range too, and man, it's been a while. The Clippers get a scratch.
Yeah, one thing you're going to do when you're trying to outmatch when it comes to athletes on one side, move the ball around to the Briercrest.
Matthews.
Matthews, Josh, we know what he can do from long range, mid-range as well. Couple now possessions for him getting into the paint, feeling good about himself, starting to create in the restricted area.
Substitutions coming in here is right now the Clippers just trying to find anything that can flow for them today.
Yeah, and one thing, like I said, Josh, what you're going to do right now for Briercrest, move that ball around, get things going, see if you can kind of get the SAIT defense kind of out of sorts on the outside. The only way you're going to be able to do that is good, decisive ball.
Milanovic is in, haven't got a chance to see him. He's open in the corner, hits the rock, try to dish it off. Tom trying to get the steal, goes down low, off the glass, can't get it. Tom with the rebound. Matthews. Spin cycle finds Ton. Pump fake. Ton driving off the glass.
A whole bunch of contact there, but nonetheless, Willie Tong able to get it to go down, and going to get Walker in the front court. But, like we said, you got Will Tong feeling good about himself early on. Josh, we're going to see now if that kind of open things up for everyone else. Because granted, 33-7 is a nice start, but it's not where the State Trojans want to be. You need more.
Trying to get that ball in there, pounded there. Still would be Briercrest ball with 20 seconds of the shot clock. Donani, though, player of the game yesterday for the Briercrest Clippers. Nothing for him so far.
Yeah, Francis Donani, don't let the 5'9" stature fool you, Josh. Fourth year out of Menifee, California. Electric player, love to get everyone involved. That plays much bigger than his stature. They're going to need him to really bring it here tonight to see if he starts to get going.
Foul's going to be on Amon Walker. That'll be the fourth foul on the Trojans. Should mention too, obviously Clippers in the bonus right now, so some of the Trojans could also take advantage here in the 1:40 and multiple subs coming in for SAIT, including the big man from Montreal.
Yeah, here we go, Josh. We'll get our first look today at Bernardi Lahr, Josh. Traditional big out of Montreal, back to the basket style player. Somebody loves to work off that left block. Let's see if they can get him going early on and get that confidence up for him.
33-7. Nani can't get that one to go down. Rebound by Bernard. Ball hands it up to the lobby. He's going to give it right back. Oh, didn't like what he saw. Lahr can set a pick to get Olawabi open. He goes down, has a chance at the rim. Net there, can't get it to go. Rebound by Kowal.
There it is. Not only did he set the nice screen for Olawabi, but later in the possession, trails him, gets that second chance opportunity to go down. 2 points for his effort.
35 points scored in this quarter by the Trojans. 7 given up as we hit 1 minute remaining here in the first. Ball movement, trying to get something to go, trying to get it down low. Olawabi gets the steal, leading it up for SAIT. Dishes off to Double M. Masters back to Kowal. Kowal for the 3. Can't get it to go. Trojans almost had a 30-point lead if that would have gone down. Donani goes in.
Right there.
Nice move there by Francis Donani. Can't connect. Passed ahead. You see the vision of Kowal. Tried to go back and a little tip there from McCasey. Lahr goes up. He can't get it. He's fouled. Held over the line with a chance to make this a 30-point lead for the Metatron.
Yeah, 6'9", Josh, running the floor like he's 5'9". Bernardi Lahr trading the play, and now he's got an opportunity to get a couple points for his effort. That's why you want to run the floor if you're big. You never know where the ball can find itself in your hands and get you a good opportunity from the line.
Score stays like this, a guy like Bernard is going to get a lot more chances to play.
Yeah, which is what you want going into halftime break. Once you get those minutes up, you don't know who you're going to need to lean on come postseason time when we cross over into 2024. So you want to make sure everyone gets some good reps here before the holiday.
Missing that one. Rebounds. You're going to see, I believe it's a line violation there. So, do like that from Lahr, though. The shot was missing. Quick to chase down the ball. Line violation. And it is Briercrest ball with a 4-second difference between game and shot clock right now. stolen away. Ooh, a little bit jelly on that one, but a little bit too much on it. McCasey Allen for the three. Can't get it to go. Shot clock turned off. Here comes Riley Seaborn. Down court. Donnie. Pump fake for the three. Couldn't get that. Marr deters him away. 5 seconds left. McCasey gets it down to Kowal. Game clock winding down. And after one period, the Michael Jordan lead unfortunately sent the St. Trojans in lead 35.
35 first half points, Josh, is one thing, but allowing 7 points on the other lets you know what the tone is for this thing. Defense is the way to go about it. Now, one thing you see from the St. Trojans, you see that out up, you see that out loud. No, you think they're the ones down 35-7. That's the exact mindset they're going to need to go for in the break.
You're watching ACAC basketball, ACTV as we hit our first quarter break. SAIT 35, Briercrest 7. You talked about holding to 7, man. Also holding on to 17% shooting.
Nice skill. Standing on that business of Trojans. And this will continue to the second quarter. You're going to see his coach sold down Bennington kind of make some adjustments to get his guys going.
Also, 7 turnovers to 1. Hang back. Listen to that one. 6 turnovers to 1.
Capitalizing on the opportunities. You can do the same turnovers you want. If you don't score on it, you're going to have to work. Got to keep it good.
It's been about the big one. Trojans team has went Tom, Carlson, and of course Paul. Really made a different game they did yesterday. And defensively too, just absolutely hounding Briercrest right now. They're not letting them breathe.
No matter how big one move gets, if it gets that big, you want to play like you're down the entire time. Those are the intangibles that you need to go ahead and once again be a championship team like you've been 5 times plus 1 natty.
So as you know, yeah, no Bongaman today is really not the best Clippers right now. Really missing what he brings. Times in the corner, trying to find a 3, can't get it. So still no double digits yet. As Genebach gets the rebound, gets it back to Signs. Going against Jaden Matthews off the glass for 2. Goals flags. Finds himself in scoring goal. 9 points now for the Clippers.
Great angle to the basket there for Signs. Kind of cuts off the defender, goes up to the right on the left-hand side. In order for the defensive contender, that's a good shoot.
Matthews. John can't get the jumper to go, but Paul gets the rebound. Gets it back to Kowal in the corner. Jaden wide open. Can't get the 3 to go.
Wide open, like you said yesterday, shooting the Achilles heel for the St. Trojans yesterday. One thing they want to look for. This is a great, decisive move to get to the basket. Huge Shepherd Hills job. More of that attention is needed on the offensive side. To the orange as well. That one kind of flushes down and eventually goes down for Kowal, Josh, whose shooting is on another level here this season. Talked about his playmaking, but his shooting has also made that jump.
And a pick again as the turnovers continue for the Clippers as Masters gets it back out, whipped around at the top of the key. Ton trying to work, trying to find some room. Call, try to come up for a pick. Instead, Masters blasts a three, can't get it to go.
That's what you want to do. If you're the Briercrest Clippers, if you can force a contested three, that's probably your best way to go.
Okay, Francis. Can't get that one to go, though. 40-11. Kowal taking it up slow. Trying to hand it off to Masters, which he does. Masters hesitates, goes for the three. Three ball by Double M, Marcus Masters.
Way too easy, especially when you got a great pin down like you got with Qual. That's it. You perfectly set that screen to keep the defense out of there. As soon as Masters comes around, nobody but time and daylight gets it up. 3 points for his Trevor.
Symes, Bloom knocks down the three by Brolin, blooming like a flower from downtown.
Yeah, there it is. That's going to be a timeout there for Coach Daly. I like that timeout. Why? That shot was way too easy right now. And the last thing you want to do right now is give Briercrest any kind of hope here in this first half.
I think you were kind of talking about something before for the Trojans. I don't think they even care what the scoreboard is in this one. This is a message that they're sending to themselves as a team going into the winter break.
Yeah, Josh, you saw before yesterday's game, things were feeling good. They're on a nice little streak. Number one team getting it. Once you take that loss, again, like we saw earlier in the season after the Red Deer loss to SAIT Trojans, you got to bounce back hard. And that's exactly what we've seen thus far in the game. Game's not over, plenty of time left, but through the first quarter and a half, you like what you're seeing.
And it's a tough division. You know, you look at the top there, Red Deer, who is wanted to play spoiler, got that first loss, and they made it known they want to take out the Trojans this year. From that first victory, they let it known that they are trying to take out the Trojans. And then St. Mary's bringing back all the vets that they've got with Jip and Akota. Like, they're ready to go. And then obviously our man, Coach Hagee, and everyone at Lethbridge always trying to aim for the Trojans in that top spot.
Yeah, that's what happens, Josh. Not easy. People think it's easy being at the top, but when you're at the top, you get everyone's best shot every night. And sometimes, like we saw last night, you get hit on the button and go to sleep. It's all about how you bounce back after a tough loss, though.
And I'd be remiss, too. Clippers, we saw a big example of that last night. The target on the Trojans' back. They came into the bubble, knocked them off. But they have a heavy hill to climb here as they trail 43-14. Looking for a pick and backdoor to Masters, but they're not going to get it. So call at the top right now against Jude Shepherd Hills. Back to Amon Walker. Walker, Euro, loses the rock. Picked off there by Martins. Martins, too, had those two fouls, Jermaine, and when he went out, that's when the run started for the Trojans. Yeah,
definitely. He came out on house fire, Josh. Easy points for him down low, working off the left block. I'd be surprised if they didn't try to get him involved early. That's a great take there, as you see Seaborn getting that one to go, but going back to him, I'd be surprised if they didn't go to him as well. Now, if you're SAIT, got to be wary of that. Make sure you keep the pressure up on him, see if you can get him a quick third real quick.
Yeah, Riley Seaborn able to score there. Matthews gets it down low. Wilton on Martins. Little post play right now between these two teams, and right now misses that, but McCall gets the rebound. Spins away, fadeaway J, and that's just been butter. Whoever is in the post or the wing for the Trojans, spin around, fadeaway J, it's been automatic.
Yeah, obviously the post worked real good for the SAIT Trojans down low.
How's about Genenbach with a nice dime there, but Martins gets denied from behind. Can't get it. Masters downhill, a little bit of contact, can't get it. Rebound, put down.
There you go. That's why you stay with it, and that's why you stay in the weight room right there. You got to have that strength. Miss, picks up his own miss, own second chance opportunity, and gets it to go.
Masters throws it behind the back. And now Jaden Matthews in the corner. Amon goes up. Walker can't get it to go down. There's going to be a foul. He's going to go against Ton. That'll be the second of the Trojans. And that will be the first on Ton.
And if you're Briercrest here, you just got to take it one possession at a time. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Stay within your process. You've had a good couple possessions here the last couple times down the floor. See if you can kind of replicate that a couple times.
There's a three, and Symes doing his best to keep the squad in it. Roland Symes continues his hot shooting that he had from last night.
Yeah, short porch, that's his spot, Josh. We know that very well. Symes loves to pull from there, and that's 2 in a row now. He's been able to hit from that corner.
Kowal picked off there almost, and then a foul going the other way. You talked about it. You got to go inch by inch. If you get these small runs in here, right, you get 6. Maybe they get 2 back, but you get another 6, maybe they get 2 back. It's all about chipping away. You're not going to get it back. Again, the cliche all in one sense, but if you go into half and you're trailing, let's say, by 15, you got to be happy if you're the Clippers. You just got to get it to a reason where you can see you have an opportunity to come back.
That's all you got to do is give yourself a little bit of light in a tunnel of darkness right now, and see if that fade go down. Look, come on now. That's 6 straight points, Josh, out of nowhere here for the Briercrest Clippers.
Yep.
Starting to make something happen here in the second.
And the lead's now at 27 for the Trojans. Still a hefty lead, but like you said, chip away at it slow and slower. Trying to get their lead back to 30 with that 3 there by a call. He can't get it. Rebound and silly foul there by Martins. And that's his third. And how's about that too, Jay? They started to get back in a flow with Martins on the field, on the court rather. And all of a sudden, he goes back out, and now we'll see how they do without Martins having those 3 fouls. He may not be back in this half.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tic-tac, Josh. Zach Martin's too important, obviously, to this offense here, the Clippers, to be out again on getting called on a foul like that. You want to make sure to give yourself a chance by staying in the game.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday how important Martins was to them. So losing 2 key players now. Obviously, Martins will be back in this game, but those fouls definitely hurting. Down low. Gets it back. Kowal, spin off in the lane. Everyone on him. Doesn't go down. Here come the Clippers. Genenbach trying to find some room. Gets it in the corner. Able to be kept in there by Elstad. Elstad, spin off. Gets it back to Genenbach. Shot clock winding down here on the Clippers. Genenbach, fadeaway Jay. He got it before. That time is not going to go down. Elstad's able to come up with the rebound. Shot clock reset. Jump ball. Possession to SAIT.
Good bounce back there by Matthews. Alstead got a few inches on him. Was able to bring that ball down, but as soon as he brought it down, Matthews did a good job of getting hands on it and creating himself a possession there where it seemed like there was nothing.
So 47-21. Hand off to Kowal. Kowal trying to find some room. Spins off. Whipped it in the corner. Tried to get it to McCasey. And ball's going to stay with SAIT as sub's going to come in for the Clippers as Dognani will check in.
It's a good time to bring him in. Things are slowly starting to turn the way of the Clippers here in the second. Good call there by Coach Soden to getting Francis Dognani back in the game right on time.
And then Kawhi, smooth finish right there.
Yeah, you got to come see him. He can knock down that mid-range jumper with the best of them, especially if it's uncontested. So if you're Briercrest, got to at least make him work for it from about 20 feet out.
Dognani passed it back out to Genenbach. Genenbach tried to go behind the back, can't connect. Owen Shepherd-Hills, he gets blocked as well. And then sky-high rebound by Kowal. Here comes Matthews to the lane, can't get it, but a call comes in, 2-2, tapping it in for 2.
Yeah, good follow right there. That's why you stay with it. As McColl's able to get that one to go in transition and right back the other way, up with the right, up and under with the left, Josh. Here come the Briercrest Clippers.
Corbin, Genenbach, good job there. 14 points now, already doubled their point total from the last quarter, and a travel, going to get it back. They're tied here in this quarter with the Trojans. Definitely now a small victory that they'd want here. You got to win the quarter now if you're the Clippers.
That's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do.
They got to win all these quarters now, but specifically if you can go into the half, like I said, if you can get it to 20-16, you'd feel good about yourself. Owen Shepherd-Hills, spin cycle, easy layup, makes it.
Wow, great take right there. Spinning over the left, losing the defense. Shepherd-Hills finishing with the righty scoop. One basket at a time. Briercrest just kind of knocking at the door.
Big 2:30 here for the Clippers. Trying to look for it down low to Kowal. Kowal, tight defense there by Asher Elstad. Not letting Kowal do anything, denies him. Had him in fits. And Genenbach comes back. Euro drops it off. Big 3 by Seaborn. Splash! Knocks it down. Riley Seaborn makes a timeout call by the Trojans. And they're getting close to making this a 20-point game.
Josh, you want to look at why the Clippers have made the noise they have? I got 2 words for you. Corbin Genenbach. Unbelievable. Creating the offense, Josh, not only for himself, teammates as well. Drive and kick time and time again. Find himself in the restricted area. Going up with the left. You know what? Sometimes I might kick to my partner in the corner, knock it down just like that. Timeout, SAIT.
We were worried when Martins went to the bench that was going to hurt the Clippers, but obviously still being able to keep it going here with Martins. And, you know, like I said, try to get this to 16 or so, and then you get Martins back in the next half.
Yeah, that's all you can do, Josh. Just kind of slow back. You had a very slow start right here and a tough hill going forward in this game, but not not impossible. Not impossible. And as we're seeing right now, all it takes is a couple possessions to kind of get things going in your way. You're just trying to ride that wave.
The big thing for the Clippers, too, they've cut down on the turnovers, 2-2 on the turnovers in this half. So not letting the Trojans get points off of turnovers. What are you seeing that maybe is a little bit different from the Trojans here in this half, in this quarter?
Well, Josh, honestly, they came out in the second quarter like they were up by 30, which, granted, they were.
Yeah.
But if you come out like that, you're going to kind of get a little bit lackadaisical with things, a little bit flat-footed.
That's what the problem was yesterday.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes you come out and you're just not ready. And Josh, Briercrest came out like they were down by 30, scrapping, scratching, clawing, trying to get back in this thing, and they're doing it so far. Now let's see how the SAIT Trojans come out of this timeout. Because, again, they have to come out like they're the ones down, like that fire they had at the beginning of the game.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Daly is telling them. Clippers still have a timeout left in this quarter. Trojans now are out of timeouts in this one. Here comes Masters. Gets it down to Kowal. So Trojans going back to having him as the point forward, and that's about Jude Shepherd-Hills. He's been aggressive on the defensive side as well, trying to get that one. That would have been a big steal for the Clips.
Yeah, he's been patrolling the passing lanes, gotten a hand on a couple balls here today. Gonna see if that can continue right now. Look at his defense still staying active.
Dangerous over and back close there for the Trojans. Trying to go down low to Ton. Ton so effective in the first. Tried to drop a dime and a shot clock violation for the SAIT Trojans. Solid defense there from Briercrest.
See, those are the kind of mistakes that happen, Josh, when you're too comfortable. Right now they're playing, like I said, like they're up by that many points. Right now, you got to get that sense of urgency back on the offensive side.
Almost picked off there. Shepherd-Hills is stuck, so he throws up a J, gets it to go. Sometimes have confidence in your shot, and good things will happen. That big 30-plus lead is now down to just 21.
Yeah, 2 points at a time. Slowly clawing back, Josh, are the Clippers.
This is a big stop, though. You want to get out of that 20-point gap. McCasey Allen trying to get that lead back. Misses it. Fight for the rebound. Kowal gets it. He goes in and travels. So another big possession here. Now 110. Clippers can get under the 20-point lead. And like I said, Jay, I'm going to keep saying it over again. You get to that 16, 15-point mark, you feel good about yourself in the next half.
Yeah, not only that point total, but you've played unbelievably here this entire second quarter. You've got to be proud of that if you're Briercrest. Never gave up. You could have easily put your head down in this one and could have been out of it early. Hasn't been the case. Fighting and slowly getting back into this one.
You can't have passes like that. That's the thing when you're down by this much. I know it seems very evident, but the littlest mistakes, they're just razor thin, especially against the SAIT Trojans team.
Yeah, you can't make any mistakes against the SAIT Trojans team. You and I know that very well, Josh. And Briercrest learning that here. We'll see if they tighten up a little bit here with the last minute in the first half underway.
National champions for the reason, and provincial champions. A call. 2-2. Dishes it off. Miscommunication there. Chance for a 2-for-1 here for the Clippers if they play their cards right. Try to get to that gap we talked about. Shepherd-Hills drops it off. Gedenbach goes up, knocks it in, and they got it under 20.
No excuse for that right there. You got Corbin Gedenbach getting behind the entire defense who was asleep at the wheel. Come on. Mistakes like that, exploited by Gedenbach, are part of the reason why Briercrest is right back in this thing.
10 seconds between game and shot clock. McCasey Allen, big three. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. But I'm sure Wiley Seaborn didn't want to go. Number one, he picks up his second foul, but then gets to put one of the best shooters in the ACAC, and McCasey Allen to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, 3 from the line. He wants to get going from long range as well. I think I'm noticing early on the spacing not so good for the SAIT Trojans here offensively, as it seems like every time when someone gets a ball, you've got a black jersey within a couple feet of them, nowhere to go, bringing their defender over, and it seems like everyone's got to try to go through a double team constantly right now. Spacing, definitely an issue here for the Trojans. I'll look for that to be addressed at halftime.
Try to shoot one more here. Gets that one to go down. So 17.8. They don't have the timeout, do the Clippers, so a big possession here. Line violation, and ball will go back to the Clippers. So, Jay, right here, got to score if you're the Clippers, I'd say. You want to get that, like I said, you want to get under that 20, but you got a lot that you worked on. It's a 25-18 quarter at this point. One more bucket, though, would put them in a good position going into the half. And a foul, that'll do it, but not in the bonus. That's the fourth foul right there. That'll be the second on Masters.
Yeah, 12.6. You want to get a good look. Want to make sure you can go into the halftime. And it sounds weird, down 20 points, but
yeah,
you're not feeling terrible if you're Briercrest. We clawed back. It was a great second quarter.
You and I have been in situations when you're down by this, and we've been part of comebacks. It's a mental thing to know, like, hey, we took 10 off of them. We can take more.
Mm-hmm.
Take in there. Good job there. Asher Alside, I'm happy to see him get it because he's been working hard defensively and gets rewarded offensively. Seaborn with the pickpocket. It's ricocheted. They're not going to be able to get a shot off the travel, so there'll be .3 for the Trojans. So don't see Derek Fisher out there, but maybe one of them can substitute for it and try to get a quick shot off here for the Trojans.
Yeah, we'll see, Josh. And another turnover created by great defensive awareness here by the Briercrest Clippers. Wasn't a completely different looking team than we saw in the first quarter.
Man.
Still down big. If it wasn't for the unbelievable cushion that the Trojans gave themselves in the first right now, it'd be a completely different look.
Masters does get the shot off, hits the backboard. So a 27-18 quarter by the Clippers. They fight their way back, still an uphill climb, trailing by 21, but they put themselves in a position to see what they can do as it's 53-34 between the Trojans and the Clippers as we go to the half. What it is, what it do, we are back here at the Jack, and Jermaine, the Trojans, great first, not so great second, and Briercrest get the ball too. How important is that for them to start with the ball with the run they had?
Immensely so, Josh, because you're right back on the offensive side where you left off, doing a good thing now. We're going to see if they can continue that momentum. See how the halftime went for the Briercrest Clippers, and we'll also see how it went for the Trojans, because like you said, Josh, they did go into the locker room at halftime. We're there a little bit longer, talking things over. They still got that same way about them, that same kind of melodramatic way. We're going to see if that continues and turns back in some great play here in the third.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Well, actually, I'll ask you that question after the shot clock runs down. We see what SAIT does here. Masters, mid-range J knocks down. We saw with the women of Troy, they stayed in the court the whole time, and it worked out for them. SAIT stayed a long time in the locker room, and Briercrest was back a lot fast. What did you see maybe with those two different visions there?
Yeah, well, with Briercrest, Josh, believe it or not, as down as big as they are, it's almost like they feel kind of comfortable, and they're kind of happy with the way things are going right now, slowly kind of getting back into it. And with SAIT, obviously things are not as good as they should be right now. And it's funny saying that with the 21-point deficit we have here for the Briercrest. Classic SAIT, just putting it to Briercrest, frankly, right now. But still, not the way they can. Things aren't on point like they should be. We're going to see if they kind of curtail that here and make the second half a lot better than the first.
So right now it's 55-34. SAIT in the lead. A bit of a wet spot. And you see this from the Jack so many times, too. That floor does get slippery. When we had the Calgary Classic here, especially this end, you get a lot of moisture down there.
Hey, man, what happens? You got athletes, going after it, man. Everyone's going to hit the deck. You're going to leave a little something behind. You got to make sure you get the mop out there and get every last piece of precipitation.
And it's always staying, busy, this court. You had volleyball last night with the Dinos, and right after this is all torn down. See a foul right there. You have Dinos volleyball right back on this right after. So the Jack stays busy this time of the year.
There you go. He's going to stay busy, though. Right back to where he left off, Josh. Huge separate hills. Just kind of making things happen from down low. Got touched on the elbow that time. Now, again at the clock. Clock stopped. Misses the first free throw. But, hey, nonetheless, added one foul, to the total of 2 to a Cole.
Shepherd Hills knocks down that one. Back to a 20-point lead. And we kind of talked about it, too, with the Clippers. You don't have to get all back. I mean, if you can get it to 10 into the fourth, that's huge.
That's a great spot. Yeah, no, definitely.
Nice take there by Matthews.
There you go. That's desperately needed right there. We're going to see if the SAIT Trojans can start simple, get back to the painted area, and go to work down there. As once again, we've got Marcus Masters picking up a foul. All great on the great offensive take there. And Symes once again drawing that foul.
That's Symes' second foul right there.
And this has got to be the move here if you're Briercrest in the third. Stop that clock, get to the line. Unfortunately, they missed that free throw. But, hey, nonetheless, keep working, keep grinding, keep chipping away. Put yourself in a decent spot. Like you said, Josh, try to get to the 10-point range there by the fourth quarter.
Going downhill. 2-2 dishes it off, finds Masters. Masters gets it back. 2-2, a call. Shot clock winding down. Trojans trying to find something to go. What a diamond! And then a layup. Tutu letting me down. I thought he was going to throw it on the Thunder, but a nice little finish there for two.
Perfect pass, Josh. Right in between two defenders into the pocket for Cole, who's able to finish with the easy two. Eyes on a swivel. Good look.
Jaden Matthews dishes it back to Tutu. Spin off. Finds Oluwabe. He gives a little spin cycle fadeaway. Can't get it to go as he hits front side iron. And now downhill come the Clippers. Dished off. Faked away by Asher. Picks up a few too many steps along the way there by Allstat.
Yeah, good defensive stand there as Will Tong's able to create that turnover just by being solid. Remaining vertical, 12-6. Nowhere for the ref to blow the whistle. Manufacturing that possession.
And Marcus Masters will bring it up. Hand off to Matthews. Dish back, trying to get a connection inside. Walker goes in, throws it up, and can't be connected there, but Amon gets it, and Walker, he can't get it. Shot clock winds down. It does reset off the Walker miss. And here's Matthews. That's a tray, baby! Marcus Masters, but maybe fell down on that knee, that ankle that got hurt yesterday, and 9 points for Marcus Masters, but more costly is potentially an injury risk for Marcus Masters.
Yeah, definitely not something you want to see. It looked like Francis Dogani just kind of got up under him and it landed right on the foot. Did Masters after making that three. Like you said, after yesterday, Josh, he's already got a tender lower body there. You don't want to push it anymore as he gets up, and he's not going to put any weight on that thing.
I wouldn't be shocked either. We'll see where the game goes, Jay, but where the score is right now, you probably just don't put Marcus back in the game. The bright side for the Trojans and Marcus is, if it is, hopefully it's not too bad, and they do have that winter break on. If this is their last game of the 2023 season, so ample time to rest up on that ankle if it is anywhere near they keep him out a few games. Luckily, they don't have any games coming up.
Yeah, no, that is good. A few weeks off here to kind of rest up and gear up for that treacherous finish to the season we're going to see here in the ACC one more time.
And get this, see some Calgary rivals in January as well, as we mentioned. Here's 2-2. Can't get the three. Rebound by Ton. Ton fake off. The ball will stay with SAIT.
Yeah, now it's kind of changed the outlook of things. We see Masters gone all the way back to the locker room. So for the foreseeable future, probably not going to return. So we're going to see now what that does to the SAIT offense.
Yeah. Jaden has put himself as a sustainable point guard on this team, and he has a fadeaway there, can't get it. But also at times, too, Marcus plays the two guard a lot, too. Sometimes Jaden will take the one, and you have Masters go to the two. So you have that dynamic as well. So now McCasey Allen and Oluwabe going to play heavy minutes. Same with Amon. And you know what? I bet we see a lot of Jaden Matthews now.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. He's going to be the primary ball handler is Matthews here in the third. And like you said, very good at doing that. Also good at facilitating as well. But even having that on-ball or off-ball threat like Marcus Masters out of the game, definitely going to change the outlook.
There's a take there. Can't go down. Kennebach in now. Here comes back in Martins. And we talked about it when Martins was in. That run that they were able to make with Martins started right there. Trojans are doing a good job of starting off hot here. A 9-1 run in the first 4 minutes here of the third. And he's up there with a missed free throw by Kennebach.
Yeah, no, good job by the Trojans. At any point, Josh, throughout the first two quarters, they definitely could have kind of let themselves slip, which they did early on in the first half, but they've done a good job bouncing back here in the third, just kind of resetting the game and making sure that they've asserted themselves as the dominant team here through three quarters.
And I'm not a doctor, but...
Oh, you aren't?
No, surprisingly not. I'm just a broadcaster. There's Amon Walker in the lane. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. I'll bring up that doctor point in a second here after this play. Here's McCasey. Goes for a three. He can't get it. But Marcus Masters came back to the bench. Didn't have a shoe on it. Came back limping heavily. So I would assume maybe we've seen the last of Marcus Masters in this game.
Yeah, we probably have, if I were to guess, Josh. And it's probably for the better, like you said. Yeah. Time to rest up that ankle. That's already he's been nursing here coming into today.
Yeah, he's getting talked to from the all-time, the Trote, the greatest Trojan of all time, Chuck Burner right now. And he's even I know this is riveting conversation right now, but also just kind of seems to be taking off some of the casting that he has on that ankle. So I would be surprised if we see Double M come back in, as we have a timeout called right now. But, how does it affect? We kind of talked about it where, might see a little bit more Jaden Matthews, might see a little bit more of McCasey Allen and Amon Walker at the 2. How does the Trojans' dynamic change without having Marcus Masters in the game?
I'll tell you one set of the game it does change for is for Briercrest. Right now, that's one less person that they have to worry about. Specifically, you're looking at guys like Seaborn, Gengenbach, and Symes, all guys who had to check Marcus Masters out the entire game. When you don't have to worry about him, that kind of frees you up a little bit more offensively. The onus now is going to be on Matthews to kind of fill in that spot where Masters was out and see if you can keep the pressure up on those 3 guards.
Obviously, that's not a discussion in the Briercrest huddle right now. They're not happy that they're down 9-1 here in the third after such a great second quarter.
Yeah, no, it's tough to see for Briercrest. They had a great second quarter, tried to keep that energy going, but unfortunately just ran into the buzzsaw that is the SAIT Trojans, who come out and reasserted their dominance here in the third quarter, and that's something you'd like to see for SAIT.
So they want to try to pick things back up. They do have Martins back in the game, as we talked about with Zachary Martins. Has those 3 fouls, so something to be cautious off right now with them. And also, we just haven't seen them as good of a run they have. They've had a good team effort. With Bongaman out for this game, there hasn't been a go-to scorer just yet. It seems like Symes has been the closest for them, and we talked about that in our pre-show, but they haven't been able to find that go-to offensive threat just yet.
Yeah, and they're never going to be able to fill that with any one player, but you're looking for kind of a group effort to kind of fill the void that Bongaman has left, and unfortunately hasn't happened so far here for Briercrest.
And Dognani, who was the player of the game for them yesterday, had a great game. Got a big old donut right now in the scoring column.
Yeah, didn't expect that. Didn't see that coming. We talked about him off top, Josh. Electric player. Loves to create his offense. You talked about him yesterday, but nothing for him so far. We'll see if that changes now with Masters out of the game.
Oh, and Shepherd Hills gets picked walk by Walker, who gets fouled, and he'll get a chance to go to the line. It's a hold your breath every time Amon Walker is downhill and has even a crack of an open lane.
It's must-see TV, and it runs in the family. Believe me, take my word for it, Josh. The Walkers get up time and time again, and Amon specifically loves to get those half-court steals and make something happen on the other side. Now he's got a chance for 2 from the line.
It's been the first game I haven't called him by a certain nickname that we call for him, because we haven't seen him do anything super crazy yet, but as you talked about with Double M potentially out of the game, might get a lot more play in this one. By the way, Marcus Masters has now left the bench, probably back in the medical side of things, getting looked at again. As Amon missing that one. Rebound by Shepherd Hills. In the corner there is Riley Seaborn trying to show some nice handles, but Will Ton's like, nah, I'm putting an absolute lock on you. He does get the pass off. Missed 3, fight for the rebound. Who wants it? It is the Clippers. Genenbach now locked down again. I am locked up, says the Clippers.
Yeah, no chance there. Ran into the buzzsaw. Matthews, great ISO defense. We've seen it plenty of times here this season. That's just another example of how good he can be in an ISO situation.
McCasey Allen dips it back out. Fake off. Trying to find some room. Ton for the 3, knocks it down. 3-ball, Will Ton.
Finally gets that one to go. You've seen his teams play him, Josh. Everyone loves to give him the 3. They don't feel like he can make it consistently. Buries that one there, does Will Tong now. We'll see if that kind of changes his fortunes going forward in the season.
Mistake there. Fight for the rebound underneath. McCasey Allen gets the rebound. Passed ahead to Amon Walker. Amon Walker going downhill. Alley! There's a little bit of a thrunk right there for you.
Yeah, I'm going to count that one, Josh. In transition, there goes Amon Walker up top to Tutu Okole in motion. Now are the SAIT Trojans, and things starting to come a little bit easier to him here in the third.
Genenbach goes up. That's the first field goal in 6 minutes to start off the quarter here. It was a 15-1 run for the Trojans before that. Fake off there by Tong, and he takes a few too many steps and travels.
Tough one right there. Seems like things are okay, but official says he drugged that pivot foot just a little bit, enough to blow the whistle, and that indeed is what happened.
Lauren Olawabe check back in here. 4:11 left here in the third. Trojans have regained their lead almost back to a 30-point lead, 29 right now for SAIT in this one. Seaborn just throws up a tray, can't get it to go. Rebound by Matthews. Matthews now leading ahead. Goes up, goes coast to coast, but can't get it. Lar tried to fight for the rebound. That's Amon Walker under there, fighting hard. You talked about Jermaine. Don't tell him his height. Don't tell him his size. He's just going to get the ball.
Never gives up. So tenacious, especially on the offensive glass, Josh. He loves to clean up other people's messes, and that was another opportunity now for him to get a couple points from the line.
So Amon Walker, 5 points so far for Walker. And gets that one to go down. Trying to get a little bit of heckling from the women's team. We saw that yesterday when the game was tight. The women's team played a big factor in making the Trojans miss a few free throws, but obviously with a score like this, a little bit less energetic in their heckling.
A little bit less, Josh. And checking into the game for the first time, how about the Calgary kid now? Trayson McKenzie Hunt back home, playing for the Clippers, but nonetheless back in his home with the 403.
Yeah, the former Notre Dame player. Shout out to Northwest Calgary. See what he can do in this one for the Clips. Nice drop of a dime there from Jaden, then absolutely denied down low by Asher Alstad. Benelenovic cutting, gets it over to Alstad. He knocks it down, so a block on one side and then a tray on the other.
That's what you call a +2 right there, Josh. Plus minus affecting the game in a multitude of ways. Block on one side, triple on the other. It's never too down, never too late in the game to make plays like that, regardless of the score.
Matthews looking for Lar, but can't connect. Ball goes out of bounds, back to the Clips. Sub's coming in for the Trojans. And in comes McCasey Allen and Wilton. And I think we can officially confirm now that Marcus Masters will not be returned, as he has an ice pack taped to that ankle, no shoes on. So Marcus Masters done for the game. Asher Alstad goes downhill.
Tough. They're going to get Laura on that one. I think a little bit too much contact with the body.
So at the line here, Asher Alstad, and I've loved the game that Alstad's had. As we get ready to, we're still a ways away from getting to the players of the game here, but the score sheet's not going to pop out for you, but he's just been all over the court.
Yeah, he has on both sides, Josh, doing the things necessary to really, well, I would say keep his team in it. And they were kind of in it for a little bit, but nonetheless just kind of hanging around as far as this game is concerned. And like you said, regardless of the score, Alstad is definitely doing his part here today in a multitude of ways.
Yeah, you talked about that plus there when he got the block on one side and came back with the tray. Here's Olawabe. Trying to get it down low to Wilton. Euro up in the lane, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. And of course, there's Asher Alstad coming it up. He's going to pull it for the three. Instead, he dishes it off to Genenbach. Genenbach takes some contact, goes off the glass for two.
Man, I tell you, Corbin Genenbach has been showing me things all game long, Josh. I'm surprised. His takes have been next level. Finishing with the left, drawing contact, up and unders. Doing it all right now offensively, Genenbach.
He's been quite efficient on both sides. Subs coming in for the Trojans again. And this will bring back in 2-2 a call. And Amon Walker, 2:25 left here in the third. Matthews able to connect right there. Jaden Matthews, 6 points now for him in this game. Been handling the time at the one in this game, and obviously now with Masters out, as we talked about, that'll be a lot more from him there. I'm going to knock it down. Trojans trying to get back in the win column and on a good pace right now. Here's Genenbach. Goes up off the glass, can't get that one to go. Now led up by 2-2. Going through every defender to the hole. Tried to get the dunk to go down, but gets the spine tingler.
He does, and now Walker's going to pick that one up. Tell you, nothing to be careful of, but fouls starting to slowly pile up here for the SAIT Trojans as this game trudges along.
Yeah, they're in the bonus now, and that's 3 fouls on Amon Walker. So that brings up Shepherd Hills right now. The Clippers do lose this. They're 6-3, but will be enough to still be in that coveted 4th playoff spot that a lot of teams look at. And we talked about for a second about Lethbridge Kodiaks, who is a team I got to see. Haven't seen the Trojans play them yet, but I got to see them face Ambrose earlier this year. 4-4 for Coach Hagee's team so far.
Yeah, a little bit of a middling start, and just in time here for the holiday break to see if they can get up and retool to make that classic second half of the season push we've used to seeing before. And Jaden Matthews, once again, carrying the load as he's now getting a chance for a three-point opportunity yet again. Great showing by him.
Briercrest will, this will be their last game before the winter break, and then they'll come back. And it doesn't get any easier when they return to Calgary next time they face the St. Mary's Lightning.
No, definitely not, dude. Ball on Calgary is another level right now, Josh, and Briercrest will definitely tell you that. Despite great win yesterday, getting pumped here today, and like you said, going to come back and face St. Mary's first thing right after the holidays. Tough sledding.
Good luck against the shooting of Caleb Jip. Right now, they're worried about James Olawabi and the Trojans getting a steal. Matthews facing that 2-3 right now. Try to look down low. And try to find McCasey Allen. Gets it back out to Olawabe. Shot clock winding down on SAIT. Back to McCasey for the 3. And Allen can't get it. And Taunton a call, really trying to find a dunk in this one. Shepherd Hills goes downhill. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Rebound by Alstad. And then he's fouled, so he'll get a chance for Asher to go to the line and shoot.
There it is, Josh. Yet another foul now against that SAIT defense. Sometimes you just want to keep your hands up, make sure the ref can know where to call that infraction. As once again, the clock is stopped, and Alstead again is at the line.
That's the first one to go down. Asher Alstad continues his good play. 5 points for him now. Actually, we have 7 recorded compared to what our score sheet has on the big board. Jaden Matthews is starting to see the dawn of the end of the third here. As we have 1 minute remaining now in the third. Both teams in the bonus. Nice handles by Jaden. He'll get a chance to go to the line.
Yep, real shifty is Jaden Matthews, Josh, especially with space to operate. You see him right there. Take the ball directly at the defender. In that situation, it was Mackenzie Hunt. Nothing they could do really but put the paws on him and send him to the line.
56.9 is Matthews at the line right now. In double digits in this one. Can't get to 11 on that one. Owen Shepherd Hills will get ready to check into the game. Obviously, if this shot goes down, if not, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. Can't, so the other Shepherd Hills gets the rebound, and Owen will have to wait. Jude goes behind the back and then gets stripped away. No, they're going to call a foul.
Wow. Tell you could hear the sound of the ball punch reverberate up here. And still we're able to call a foul. Sometimes all it takes, like I said earlier on in the game, is that downward swinging motion, and regardless of if you get arm or ball, officials liable to blow the whistle.
So I'm guessing it's going to be a shove for the shooter, I would assume right now. So one Shepherd Hills for another. And it is indeed. So out goes Jude, and in comes Owen. A broadcaster's dream of not having to have 2 Shepherd Hills in at the same time to confuse you all.
You know, you may jinx yourself now. You still got a quarter left.
Yeah.
You still got time to do it.
They've been in together. They've had a good plus-minus, too, when both Owen and Jude have been in.
I bet they would. You'd almost think they were family or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
75-48, Trojans. Little hezzy there. McCasey Allen gets it back to Olawabe. Euro in the lane. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Loose ball. Clippers are going to get it. Shot clock is off. Bounce pass ahead to Symes. Symes gets it picked off there by Will Ton. Ton gets it ahead to Amon Walker. Can't get it to go. And he'll have a chance at the line with 12.6 left here in the third.
It will. Well, regardless of the score, the position, or who's leading, you know Amon Walker's going to give you full effort, especially in transition, as once again now he's found himself at the line based on that hard-nosed play.
That one goes down for Amon Walker. Majority of his points in this game have been from the free throw line. That just kind of shows what Amon does in this. Jay, he's now 4-7 from the line. Missing that one. Gets it right back, though, after McCasey gets the rebound. Goes off the glass, 4-2. So add a field goal to that right now. And Amon now in double digits. 5 Trojans in double digits in this one.
Yeah, indeed. That one got a chance for Matthews. Uh-oh.
doesn't get it to go. So after 3 quarters of play, the State Trojans lead the Clippers 78-48. You're watching ACAC basketball, ACAC TV. Welcome back to the fourth. It's State Trojans up 78-48. Jay, look, I never want to say a game is in the rear window, but the Clippers, you need a big comeback here.
Yeah, you could say that. They definitely need a big comeback, Josh. And one thing that, is not dependent on scores, effort, good plays. Like, it's never not a good time to do that. So even if you're down, 30 points, it's always a good time to make sure you get your sets, run a good offense, make sure you're playing the right way, and find yourself in an okay spot. Take something good into the Christmas break.
I liked what the Clippers did in that second. And keep in mind, too, they don't have their best player playing.
Yeah.
They're missing 24 points. Look what the deficit is right now.
Yeah.
Pretty close for 24 points missing.
There you go. Yeah, not only their best player, arguably the best player here in the ACAC. So definitely a big shoes to fill here for the Clippers. Like I said, regardless of who's playing, it's always a good time to get good sets up.
Hills missed. And Dognani, too, not having his greatest game either. Maybe sometimes you need a player, like that, you vibe better when that player's in. We've both been on teams where you miss a player and you vibe better when they're on the court.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're not only do players affect themselves, they affect everyone around them. Call those tone setters.
Amon Walker trying to be a setter there to get a 3 as a minute washes out here in the fourth. As mentioned, for the start of next season, Briercrest will start their season in a Calgary battle themselves, facing St. Mary's, who is 8-1 right now. They'll see if they can go to 9-1. They face the Amarillo Lions tonight. Tip-off scheduled for 8 o'clock.
Yeah, ought to be a fun one over there in Southwest Calgary for sure.
The Trojans, they stay in Calgary themselves. They'll face those Ambrose Lions when they come back, and that's always despite the record, so the record's out when it's Ambrose and Calgary.
Yeah, definitely.
And SAIT.
Yes, absolutely. Bro, back-to-back, that ought to be fun couple days for sure.
Ricocheted ball right there, and ball will stay at the end there. So 19 seconds on the shot clock. Third foul right there on Dognani. We talked about the tough game for him. That's his third foul. First team foul on the Clippers. Jaden Matthews trying to find some room. Gets it back to Olawabe. Olawabe fadeaway Jay. It's good.
There you go. Got that. You like to see that as James Olawabe's able to get to about 10 feet, elevate and knock one down.
Nani trying to look down low to Martins. Martins has done a good job of keeping the post and everyone interested in flow. Get a bucket right there. 4 fouls on him, so got to keep an eye on that for Martins.
Definitely do. See Shepherd Hill step into a three. Like I said, it's never too late in the game to get the good process up. That's what we're seeing here.
Lobby can't get it. Maybe,
yeah, they're going to say Martin hit the glass on that one. Count that one as offensive goaltending. And James Owolabi will take him any way he can get him. That's 2 more points.
82-51. Genenbach goes up, goes in.
Josh, I tell you, elite finishing capabilities by Gengenbach here all game long, down low. The guy seeks out contacts and seems to thrive when he gets touched up. What a great take.
Third player. He's one of those guys, Jay, when you get into playoffs, he's one of those guys you just know is going to have a big playoff matchup.
Oh, yeah.
You just know it. You see guys like that in the NBA or NCAA, U-Sport, whatever level, and you're just like, that guy's going to have a game. And you know Gengenbach is going to have a big game. Same with Symes. He's going to have a big game. There's guys, Shepherd Hills, there's so many guys in this Clipper team. You're like, they're going to have big games. But you know he's going to have some big games for this Clipper team when it comes to playoffs.
Oh, yeah, he's got that dog in him, Josh. You can see it with the way he plays. How, like I said, seeks out contacts and thrives when he gets hit up. Gengenbach doing his thing.
And that's a timeout right there. Got to like the fight in the Clips right here. Going to fight to the very end. They picked up that dub yesterday, and we'll see where this goes. Maybe they can get a big we did see in the SAIT Gymnasium, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, the Trojans went into the 4th, and they came back from 32 down. At that time, they were led by Ian Tevis and the almighty John Smith in that comeback. But we have seen a comeback happen in the 4th when a team is down by 30.
Yeah, improbable, but definitely not impossible. That's why, Coach Daly got a timeout going right now because he can sense things like that. He knows when you start to get a little bit flat-footed and you start to rest on your laurels a little bit, what can happen. We saw what happened in the second quarter when they were able to claw back. You don't want to do that here. No. Even though 7 minutes, up by, doesn't even matter how many points, 24, 30, 80 points.
Lots.
You want to make sure, you want to make sure you play right to that very buzzer the same way you did when the ball got tipped.
And much like them, missing 24 points, now the Trojans are missing 23 points with Marcus Masters. And again, it's not just about the points, it's about the flow and the dictation that player has and the attention he takes on the court.
Yeah, definitely, especially a playmaking master that is Marcus Masters. No pun intended. You know what? Pun definitely intended. Gets everyone involved. Offense just seems to flow so easy when he's on the floor. So when he's off, things start to bung up a little bit, start to get a little bit more, not as pretty as the one before. So we're going to see now if the guys can kind of rally around that timeout and finishes this game off strong.
And all respect to, the Caleb Chips and Brock Dewsbury's and Kravenovics. We probably have 2 of the 2 finalists right now for ACAC South Player of the Year in this gym right now, and they're both on the bench.
Both hurt, yeah. Both.
Marcus got that award last year, and much like the Trojans having a target on their back all the time, people are kind of gunning and not let Marcus have it for back-to-back years for his final season.
Yeah, come on. Everyone wants what you got, Josh, especially when you got it all like the SAIT Trojans do. Going to get everyone's tough shot every single night, proven last night by the Clippers, but it really depends how you bounce back. That says a lot about you, Josh. And
it does.
Got to be excited here for the SAIT Trojans when they're able to come back and really set the tone early on in this game. Didn't wait. Came out right out of the gates and gave themselves a cushion that they've been able to honestly coast for the rest of the game and still kind of keep that lead.
And apologies, Marcus is in his 4th season, of course, but he plays like he's a 5th-year player.
He sure does. He sure does.
Shepherd Hills loses the rock right there. Wilton gets it ahead to Allen. Another thing, too, with games like this, Jay, and I've seen it in a few games, when how you play in these final minutes will get you bench time, get you playing time in the next half of the season. I saw it a few weeks ago when I was calling the Dinos and Bison game right here in this gym, and I unfortunately can't remember the player for the women's Bison team, but she came in the final 4 minutes. They were down by a lot to the Dinos. She grinded hard. Next game came in, earned herself some more minutes.
Oh, yeah. These are the minutes that coaching staffs watch, Josh, with unbelievable eyes right now. They're watching who is making plays. They're watching who is doing the right things despite the big disparity. So it's Symes you see knocked down that 3. These, like you said, Josh, these minutes are important come late in the season because you want to know who you're putting in the game you can trust, and this is when you build that trust.
Well, also when it's a deficit too, coaches want to see, like, are you still playing hard when it's down? Like, do not just have your head down. You're going through the flow. How are you going to play in these dying minutes? And I've seen it at all levels in Canada West, high school, in the ACAC, CCA. When you're down, how are you playing when you are down? Are you still fighting to the last second? And that's going to be a big dictation of minutes on the next half.
That it is.
Here's Symes again, pump fake, dishes off. Good ball movement from the Clippers. The Shepherd Hills goes for the tray, gets it to go, and another run here. This is a even quarter team, apparently.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you, Josh, if it wasn't for, that first quarter, things would be completely different right now. Gotta love what you're seeing here from Briercrest. They're battling, despite being down big here late in the game.
And this is how they wanted to come out in the third, I'm sure. There's a block down low. Ball will stay. 5:32. It's 5:32 right now. You got it to 20, almost, 22. I mean, you're at a mark where if you're going to make a comeback, this is about where you wanted to be, around 5. Obviously, 15 would be better. Now it's 24. Seaborn. Across there. Finds some room. How's about Seaborn showing some handles and finishing off the glass for 2.
Turns on the Jets, beats the defender, and he's able to put that thing on the deck and get to the hoop relatively untouched. That's a good finish there by Seaborn.
2-2 at the top. A little shimmy shake there, and he finds some rhythm there. Liked what I saw from Tutu at the top.
Yeah, snakes himself and gets right around the defender and is able to hook and go up for an easy 2.
Seaborn goes up and gets fouled. I think that foul will be against Tong. It will be. And that'll be, I believe, that's 5 on Tong. But no, they're not going to call it on Ton. They're going to call it on a call. But either way, 4 fouls each. You talked about the foul trouble mounting up for SAIT, so a call goes off. But Ton, not too far behind him, has 4 fouls right now, so that's to stay out of foul trouble in his own right.
Yeah, and that's something to definitely take into the break here as well. Granted, SAIT came out here, did their thing, 88 points through 3.5 quarters. But the fouls were definitely an issue here all game long. As once again, stepping into a 3 is Jude Shepherd-Hills, and he's not giving up. These guys playing hard the entire game.
Yeah, he's probably going to be on his way to player of the game. 19 points from him. And he's done a lot of stuff defensively. He'd probably be my pick. Here's Olawabe. Tries to get the tray, and there's Shepherd-Hills right there, getting the rebound. He's got 7 rebounds now. They're trying to go down low to Martins. He's got the mismatch with Jaden Matthews. In the lane, off the glass, knocks it in.
Just like they teach you to do at big man school, when you got the mouse in the house, you make sure you get that cheese. And backing it up is Martins. He's able to get the righty hook to go down.
It's an 18-point game. I believe this is the closest they've been able to get it. They got it to 19 at one point. 4 minutes left. Amon. How good is Amon Walker? We've talked about it a few times, Jay, but he's so good at creating his own shot, but more importantly, able to pick up fouls, and that is a skill.
Yeah, absolutely it is. He seeks out contact, and that's something to be said nowadays. Not a lot of people like to get hit at all, but when you're the guy on the offensive side creating that contact yourself, you're going to find yourself at the line. And like you said, the bulk of his points have come from the charity stripe. Why? Staying aggressive, creating contact, getting to this free throw line time and time again.
He puts his head down and goes forward. Trying to get us back to a 19-point lead. Like I said, that's the closest the Clippers had gotten with the lead ballooned as high as it did. Genenbach. Briercrest gets denied at the rim, though, by Will Ton. And that's the first time I've seen the Trojans bench get hyped at all from anything.
Yeah, because it's an effort play. That's what it is right there. Sims slips behind the defense. I was asleep at the wheel. Needed a big recovery from Tong, and he indeed provided that recovery with a great rejection.
Shepherd-Hills goes a little bit high in that. Martin's sky high for the rebound. Trying to find someone to reset the offense. He does. He finds Symes. Symes going downhill, dishes it in the corner, finds Seaborn. Can't get the 3. I believe that'll be SAIT ball, yeah, as it went off of Martins. So SAIT back here on the attack. On track right now to get back in the win column. We'll take 2 losses with them into the winter break. Gets it down low. And there's Amon Walker getting a easy 2 off the glass, which is the first for him in this game.
No doubt. Perfect dump. Walks by. No white jerseys in sight. Amon just gets himself an easy 2 under the hoop.
Back down to Martins again. Martins in the lane. Little hook for 2 for Zachary Martins.
Yeah, it's been automatic from there on that left block as Martins loves to go over that shoulder and get you with the right. Very consistently knocking that down here all game long.
3 left here in the 4th. No, you'll take, it looks like they're on path to take the L here, Jay, but put your head up high if you're the Clippers, because you never gave up in this one, and you had those moments when you fight back and you don't have your best player missing 24 points in this game. So, give the Clippers a lot of credit for continuing to fight to the very end.
Yeah, glass half full for Briercrest. You came in here and you split the home and you split the 2 games, Josh. You were able to get that win with your best player in there. And even though, granted, it's been a big disparity all game long, the guys who have come here today, other than Amaro Bongaman, have done a good job of kind of doing their thing. And if you had Bongaman added to this same squad, we saw what happened yesterday, this is an elite team for sure.
Yeah, and that first quarter is really what got the Clips, 35-7 first quarter. Since then, they've kept close in this game, but that quarter was a bad one for them. Seaborn misses. Martins with the rebound. Martins goes up, doesn't get it. Ton directs it away. Martins stays with it. You see the effect that Martins has. He didn't play a big part of the first half, and now getting to play a lot more. Shepherd Hills goes off the glass, and Martins tries to get a good job by Oluwabi getting up high and knocking it away.
Yeah, no doubt. Battling down there is Oluwabi is mismatched by inches, but he's able to overcome that with great play. And Amon Walker, speaking of overcome, spins over the righty and gets the mid-range to go down.
Pump fake in the air, and Shepherd Hills now in the 20-point club with that bucket. Well, 24 now. Time winding down here. Oluwabi. He's going to use the clock, and now the clock becomes a friend of the SAIT Trojans. Ball's whacked around. Martin's able to come up with the steal. Gets it ahead to Seaborn. Back to Shepherd Hills. I feel like every other play now, Jay, has been a walk-in layup by Shepherd Hills.
Yeah, no, Josh, and that's someone who's recognizing where the holes are in the defense and is exploiting that, keeping it moving right to the very end here. Is Jude Shepherd Hills has shown a lot this game.
26 points now for him, on his way to a player of the game for the Clips. Here's Walker trying to find some room. Shot clock winding down. Goes around. Good job there by Jaden Matthews. Staying aware. Got in the post. Turns around. Pots it in for 2.
Yeah, you could say that. Going glass from right underneath the glass. It's a good take there by Shepherd.
Shepherd Hills again. Can't get it to go. And we are under a minute here in the fourth, in a game that the Trojans, they jumped out 35-7. Really only less thing for them to do, and I don't think they really care. There's an 8-second violation.
That it was. Hey, got to tip your cap there as Francis Dagani. Make sure to lock up Matthews to get at least one more turnover in this game. Going back to what you were saying, Josh, like you said, it just shows you how electric the SAIT Trojans can be at the drop of a hat. Come out and just get 30 quick points in a matter of minutes. Just insurmountable for the Briercrest Clippers going forward, unable to get back into the game, all because of that first quarter.
Dognani finally gets on the board. I was going to say for the Trojans, only thing left for them to do is hit the century mark, but like I said, I don't think they care. They had one thing in their mind, and it was a dub.
Yeah, exactly, an emphatic dub, and they did just that. They want to make sure after yesterday's loss that obviously they felt like they should have won. They came back here today and got the job done, and they did just that.
Matthews is fouled, 26.8, so depending what happens on this second free throw, if the Clippers get it, they'll have about 2 seconds between game and shot clock. Trojans walk out of this one, and they split. And, for Briercrest, too, they come in. Well, there's not going to be shooting foul. My apologies. But the Clippers come in here, and they split with the SAIT Trojans.
Come on. Yeah, you got to be happy, Josh. And not only did you split, but even in today's game, when you went down big.
Hello, Riley Seaborn.
Got 2 hands, 6 feet? I don't think so. Gets up with 2 and throws that thing down. You like to see that little bit of athleticism at the end of the game.
Trojans will be led by Tutu Akal, who had 18 points, and Jude Shepherd Hills led the way with 26 points for Briercrest. But the Trojans never looked back after a 35-7 lead in the first. They split with the Clippers and pick up another win as they continue their winning ways going into the winter break, as they have 8 wins now, and we'll see what Red Deer and St. Mary's do this evening and see where the standings finish off going into the winter break.
And one thing you love to see, Josh, only 2 losses thus far in the season for the SAIT Trojans, but both times they came back and emphatically won the games after. That's something that you can't teach. That's something that's inside of you, and obviously the SAIT Trojans do have that. It's in them, and that's something they're definitely going to need to take with them into the second half of the season as well after the holiday break.
Who do you got for your players of the game, Jay?
Well, easy one as far as Briercrest is concerned. I got to go ahead and go Jude Shepherd Hills, excuse me. Great job, 26 points. Unbelievable job. And SAIT Trojans, Josh, take your pick. Take your pick.
Okay, Gettenbach, Shepherd Hills took the scoring sheet, but we did talk about how Gettenbach, showed a lot of heart, showed great plays in that game. Shouts to Gannon-Bach.
Yeah, great finishes. Involved the teammates and made sure to get his well. POG, well-deserved for Gannon-Bach.
And Jaden Matthews, holding it down. Masters goes out of the game, but even before that, doing a good job handling the rock, taking care of that baby for the Trojans.
Yeah, indeed, Josh. He's usually a guy who plays off the ball, is able to catch and shoot, but today he's called on to do a lot of the playmaking duties since Marcus Masters was out of the game. He did that expertly, if you ask me.
So there's your players of the game, Gannon-Bach and Jaden Matthews. So that will be the winter break here for both these teams. Next time you see Briercrest, they will take on the St. Mary's Lightning. They will be facing the Ambrose Lions tonight. That will take place tonight on the ACAC Network at 8 o'clock. As for the State Trojans, they will come and face the Ambrose Lions. So both these teams facing the game that comes up tonight here across in Calgary. So keep an eye on that on the ACAC Network. Until then, have a very happy holiday season to everybody watching. For Jermaine J.C. Cummings, I'm Josh Arbuthnot. Cheers, and enjoy the day, people.